Hi guys! How are we all doing this fine Sunday evening? Sorry, Alicia has something she'd like to say. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for that, Alicia. Yes, how are we all doing? I just knelt in Donkey Wee, so that was a great start for me for the live. What are you doing, Alicia? Sorry, Alicia's trying to eat the phone. What? You can come in here if you want, you know. You don't have to do that. I'm joined here by, we're in the goat donkey area. We have Nigel and Macario, two little buds, eating their dinner. Macario this week had his chemical castration, which he didn't enjoy because it's 4 injections. So one either side of the neck and one either side of the bum. So that wasn't nice, was it, Macario? But it means it does calm him down a little bit, which is good. So how are we all doing this evening? Let's see if I can get the comments. We've got loads of comments here already. It's really windy this evening, so if at any point you lose the quality of the sound, just let me know. Hi, Gail. Hi, Esther. Dolly Daydream. Dolly Daydream was first. Well done, Dolly Daydream. Gail Parsons. Intrepid Fraidy Cat. Hello. Annie Kimber. Hi from London. 5 minutes of sun, and there are lunatics here in shorts and sleeveless tops. It's nice, but not that warm. Yeah, it's when we have. It's like when we have volunteers here. To us, this sort of temperature. I mean, I'm in a t-shirt at the moment, but I don't have shorts on. But yeah, if volunteers from the UK were here, they would probably be wearing shorts right now. No, it's quite drafty. Hello, how are we all? Gorgeous here on the canal. Oh, hello, Peggy. Peggy's been in shorts for weeks. Well, you do need to tan those legs, don't you? After like a winter of hiding your legs, you need to get some colour on them. Let's go back and see Timo. He's hanging around here at the moment. Okay, it's very windy this evening. Julian is just putting the tractor away. He instructed me to start, so without him. Hi, Tim. Oh, Barney, you're Barney. Oh, and there's Sam as well. Hello. I know. We wanted to see Timo. There's Timo. How are you doing, Tim? So, as you can see, Timo's had a haircut. I think that was last week he did that. Ready for summer. Sam is here. Hi, Sam. How are we doing? Hygiene, please behave yourself. Where are they going? They're off for a race now. They get excited this time of night because it's the time of night that all the dogs go out for walks and get fed and everything, and they're anticipating that. But we still have a few things to finish off down here. Linda says, hello everyone from sunny Northampton in the UK. I wonder what shenanigans will come from the bridge this week. Time is running out for the fundraiser. I wonder if there's a plan B. Yes, well, thank you, Linda, for joining us and for your ponderings. We will be talking about that today, so stay tuned.
Hey, shut up!
Wow, that was quite an entrance onto the live from Julian there.
Sorry, bloody dogs shouting. Doing nothing.
They're just excited.
No, they're not. They're just being annoying.
Next
Hello,
time you're
everybody.
excited, I'm just going to shout at you until you shut up.
Well, if I was doing that, if I was just in the field, just going, rah, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Look, here he comes. Look at this little idiot. What were you doing? What were you shouting at?
Just winding up the other dogs, aren't we? Hello. Hello, what are you saying today? What have you got to say today?
You look very cute, but you did try and bite me earlier.
Earlier, or do you mean last night?
Last night he did. All I did was try and put his little cone on the barbarian, put the cone on the barbarian, and he almost bit my face. You're too close to me, man. You're a bit scary. No, stop sniffing my fingers. Okay.
Nancy, thank you for your super chat. Maybe this can go towards a new place. Love you guys. And thank you very much for being the first super chat here tonight.
Thanks,
Sorry.
no. Oi, come here.
The weather here in Longmont, Colorado is beautiful. Starting the garden and cleaning up the yard feels good to be outside without a jacket. Oh, good to hear. It's like that comfortable temperature. Not too hot, not too cold, sounds like.
Have you fed them the bottom?
No.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go then. Go and get the... Do you want to get all the food? Oh my goodness. It's kind of hard to read the comments because it's put this pop-up over them again. It's really annoying. Okay, so you guys are talking amongst yourselves about the fundraiser and everything with that. So we'll go over that a little bit today, but we're just going to feed the last of the animals that we've got to feed.
Yeah. Come and sort this out because I don't know what I'm doing. Hello. So we're just getting the buckets ready for to take down the bottom. So you're going to come and feed with us if you'd like to. We haven't got any choice really because I've captivated you. They could what? You could log off if you want to, but I don't think you should. I think you should come with us to the land of imagination where we look all these bloody look, this is all prepared for tomorrow. These are all the feed buckets for the horses that are prepared for tomorrow. Hold on, where's Rachel gone? Can we see you? Oh, there you are. Yeah. So we're just doing this stuff here. These are for the little horses. No, pippers have all gone. And then we've got down here. This is for piggies. No. Do you want me to put it on? Yeah. Okay, that's for the piggies down the bottom as well. So this is all their evening feed. I'm just going to put water on. So we had the new pump fitted, which but it's so efficient that it's so efficient that it brings up to pressure so quickly, and it's too much pressure for our old filter system. So I have to keep one eye on the pressure gauge because it will just let it come up to pressure for a couple of minutes, and or less than 2 minutes, I think, and then we've got water. The whole thing is pressurized. Stop, man. I don't know. I'm just filming you doing the work. Best part, really.
That's the scoop. Oh, actually, I need some.
What's
I need some more.
We need some horse grain. In here, here we have. We're getting a bit low actually. In there is our. There it's our horse grain. Oh my word! See. Thank you. So yeah, so we keep all our feed. So we've got our pig pellets are in there. Then we've got the remolacha, which is sugar beet, which is in pellet form that we have to soak. We keep that in there, and then we keep the horse grain all in here. So we have to keep it all secured because obviously otherwise it will all get eaten by all the little critters. Like Steve, you know, Steve was in today. He actually broke in here, and he was just standing. I was looking for him. I was walking everywhere for him. I'm calling him. I'm shouting him. Rachel's gone out on the electric bike to go and find him. We can't find him anywhere. The pair of them, Steve and Dottie. And then I came in here to just make sure everything was locked up. They'd broken in. Pair of them standing here, bold as brass. Luckily, all the horse buckets and everything were out, so there was no food out. And yeah, just came in and he's just staring at me as if to say, like, I'm just here. It's where I live, man. This is like my home. You know that. And yeah, so I had to get him a bed. But yeah, so Steve doing up to his old escapades of breaking into the feature.
Is that water off?
Oh, sugar! I forgot. See, this is why I should only do one thing at a time. That's okay. That's good. That's good. That's all right. It's good pressure. Right. Okay. What do I take? Should I turn the camera around? Oh, you can't, can you?
It's on, so it's there.
Oh, thank you. Okay then. Yeah. All right. Right. Can't see what I'm doing. Right. What we'll do is we've got this little baby gate. Baby gate's on there. That's to stop a little Timo from breaking in and eating all the horse food. Because believe it or not, little Timo likes to eat everything and anything because he's a little dustbin. How are you all doing anyway? I haven't seen any of the comments yet. This stupid dog, he's so annoying.
Yes, Sammy.
He's just... You're an idiot. No, we're not doing that. Barney. Apparently we are doing that. That's what we're doing. Just going to run up and get every dog in the neighbourhood barking. Okay. Right, now I've got to get through, run the gauntlet, get through the horses with all the feed down the bottom and don't get accosted by the horses. Try that. And then we've got to navigate the electric fence without getting zapped. And it's like an assault course, really. This is the new fence. The new run is it's kind of stopped at the minute. We've been busy getting everything prepared for our volunteers arriving later this week, which is exciting. So we get that all ready for them. Hold on, I'll pick up on your comments in a minute. We'll just get this feed done, and then we can reconnect with you lot. They're probably going, oh, they're not talking to me. Right. Yeah, let's think about it. If I set the camera up, if we're going to have both, is it going to be full? Right, I'm going to I'll put the camera somewhere so you can see what's going on. And then we'll go from there. Where we're going with that. Maybe no. How's that? Oh. Princey there, of course he does. Right, okay. No, Toto, that is. I'm trying to find a place to put Prince. Now let's try this then. Right, how about that? Yeah, that's pretty good. So what you can see in this shot is, so these are IBC containers that we repurposed as waterproof pig shelters when we had all the rain, and they've just been really. Oh, it's windy today. They've been really effective, actually. So we've just kept them, and we've had them for quite a while now. But they're very, very good. So that's that. I'll show you this as well. So this is the new run. This is where we put all the new fencing in. That's just him shouting. He's ever so dramatic. You're dramatic. Look at him. So funny. So this is the new shed. So this shed was gifted to us by an anonymous donor at Christmas time, and it came flat packed. And I was waiting for somebody to give me a hand to build it because I didn't know what I was doing. Anyway, it wasn't as complicated as I thought it would be. So it's we're really pleased with it. Actually, it's a lovely little shed. It's in here. We've got it. I know it's just a shed. It's just a shed to you guys, but to us, it's something quite special. So yeah, we've got this in here. So that's for the goats and pigs or whoever wants to take shelter in there. It's just a really nice little shelter, and it's because it's a shed. It's a lot easier to get in there and clean it all out and stuff. So that's really good. So happy with that. Very happy with that. So to our anonymous donor, thank you very, very much. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to put this back up here while I get the waters done in here. Right. Just stick with us. Listen to the sounds. It's nice. Pigs munching. See you in a minute. Stay tuned.
I'll come back for you guys now. Now that all the pigs are eating, we'll show you some of the animals in here. Here we have Fran. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, bye. So Francisco is the dwarf goat who we took on last year. I think it was last year. His owner died, basically. He had nowhere to go. So this is Toto. Toto, some of you might remember, he's the baby that I hand reared last year. And he came from a goat farm where his mother rejected him. It's very common, sadly. And then we have the piggies. This is little Olive. She'll come up. Maybe you can see her. She's a little bit shy. Olive, I don't have any food left, baby. I know, sweetheart. So Olive is the pig who had basically she had an infection, a bacterial infection, which affected her nervous system. So she has like a head tilt now, but it's actually not too bad at the moment. Some few other piggies. This is Iggy, the other little blonde one there. He's been here a very long time. He's an old guy. And that's Fran again. There. There's a lot of pigs. Prince is in here. So Prince and Prosper are in here now at the moment. We put them in here when we had all of the rain because their area was right next to the river where the water flooded. So get them out of there. We put them in here, but they're getting on quite well in here. So yeah, he's got his bucket on a tree because the pigs steal it. We've got Sweet Pea here, the big boar, and there's Prospero. Prospero, the little Falabella horse, little fat dumpling, Falabella, Prospero. So that's pretty much it in here. Here we've got a wild Julian. He's not allowed in here because he fights with everyone, so we don't let him in.
It's only when they're trying to steal my food.
Yeah. We can't read the comments again.
Why not?
Because they put that stupid thing in front of it.
Now what have they put in front of it?
The same thing, but because we've got this at the top, unless I can get rid of these. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Myra, for your super chat. And
Thank you, Myra.
thank you, Stephanie Spade.
Thanks,
For your
Steph.
super chat. It's not letting me.
Oh my goodness me, it's so bad. I thought you'd fixed it.
I thought I had as well. Maybe you need to click it. It'll automatically share the referral link and it won't have this pop-up on it.
No,
Maybe.
it doesn't. I've tried it. I tried that last week.
It's really annoying.
It is annoying. Well, I did say we were going to stop using them because of that last week, but
you can't even get rid of it, or
no, because I thought, yeah, because you said you thought you'd
I thought I'd fixed it. And even if we click on it, it doesn't fix it, right?
No, it doesn't.
Well, if this pop-up leaves, we can read the comments, but
there's no way of reading any of the comments.
I can click on Joe's comment.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
You'd have to turn the phone the other way round, I think.
But then we won't. I don't think that'll work.
Well, then we'll be like that.
Hello. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? We can read your comments like this, but
yeah, but I don't know whether or
we're
not
the wrong way
that's
around.
gonna. If we're the right way round for other people, for people watching or not, I don't know.
Okay. Seems like you guys were keeping yourselves amused, talking amongst each other. Sorry for leaving you. Did you say that you'd finished repairing the tractor hood?
Yeah, the tractor hood's all done. The hood, the bonnet. Yeah, it's a bit of a Frankenstein monster, but it's functioning and it's keeping the dirt and the rain off the engine, so it works. But it's a repair that's fine compared to a £3,000 or euro bill. So I'm happy with what we've got there.
Jan said, "Listen for the creaking crunch of the collapsing shed."
Thanks, Jan. Thanks, Jan.
Sandy said, "Great shed. Thank you to the donor." Yes, thank you.
It's really nice. It's lovely. It's a really nice little shed, actually. When we first started putting it up, it felt really flimsy, and I thought the goats would destroy it.
And it was a bit out of measurement, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, we had to work around that a bit, but
yeah, but no, it's very, very good. Really good. Yeah, really happy with it.
Feeling a bit motion sick with the camera moving so fast. Were you moving the camera fast?
Oh, probably.
I just left the water running. Have you had more people apply for manager? We haven't really pushed that post, recently, Odine. We put up one just for general sanctuary assistants. We've got Christian who's joining us on Thursday for long-term sanctuary assistant role. And yeah, we haven't looked for the manager role as such. We've just been so busy with everything. We need more hands on deck to free Julian up a little bit so that he can
He can do other stuff.
yeah, have his mind a bit freer.
Yeah, but no, it's got to be. I mean, I was talking to Alex about it last week. Actually, Alex was here with us, as you know, for the 9 days, and it's just such an amazing job. It just blows my brain that, you know, I just think it's such a wonderful opportunity, and it's such a great job. And I don't know, I don't know what it is. That it's hard work, but it's not that hard. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it is hard work, but I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. People would rather sit in an office and just sit in front of a computer, or that's what they would rather do. And I find that a bit strange. But then I suppose that's what's happened, isn't it? Really, like if you think about like rural land in Spain. So back in the day, when you had Spanish families, the sons would inherit the farmland, and the daughters would inherit the beach land, because the beach land had no value to them then. It was just, you know, land that they couldn't produce any money out of it. So now, obviously, with the advent of tourism, places like Benidorm in Spain are owned by, like, I think it's something like 3 or 4 women own the majority of the land in Benidorm. And obviously they're worth a fortune. And the sons inherited the mountain land or the farmland, and that is effectively, you know, well, in comparison, it's of very little value. And then there was a mass exodus of farm workers, where they all went into the cities, and nobody wanted to work in the field anymore. And I find, you know, I suppose that's just what happens, isn't it? It's just people don't want to do the manual jobs. They don't want them. Hello. But
Goodbye.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's I don't know whether it will come back round. You know, maybe it will come full circle. Perhaps people will want to get out of cities, and they'll want to get out of urban spread, and they'll want to find, you know, and reconnect with nature and work in the field, you know. But I don't know. It boggles my brain. It really does, because I just think, why would you choose? I don't know. What's money, I suppose, isn't it?
Oh, hang on. Prospero has stolen.
Prospero has been stealing. Okay. This is handy because I haven't got my glasses on, so I can hold on a minute. Oh, as if by magic. Let's have a look here. What have I got? Oh, I say, hello. Oh, I can see you now. Oh, my goodness me, you're beautiful. I had no idea. How are Broccoli and Jack Sparrow doing? What do you feed Jack? Well, unfortunately, we lost little Broccoli, and that was very sad. She really, I suppose, that responsibility falls squarely on my shoulders, in that she was in quarantine. She was making a good recovery, and I wanted her to get out of quarantine, because it was not, quarantine's the wrong word. She was in isolation, and I just didn't like to see her in isolation, because I just felt like she was, because we were using the horse box, and she'd been stuck in there for ages, and I was just really feeling for her, and I just thought, I don't want her in there anymore. And one morning I came down, I was doing the feed, no one else was down at that point, and I decided that I wanted to get her out of there and put her back into her run. And but she couldn't go into her old run, because Polly, the big pig, is in there, and Polly can be quite boisterous. She's just huge. So I put her into a little run next to it that's got Winnie and Teeny and the other little pigs in there, and they're all about the same sort of size, and they're all girls. So I thought, okay, that's where I'll put her. So I put her in there, and it was just brutal. It was brutal. The girl pigs were normally with girl pigs. So I've been looking after pigs for many years, and I don't know, I've just got a lot of experience with pigs. I know what they're like. And girl pigs, when you introduce a new pig into a girl run, there might be a little bit of argy-bargy, but it's not like boy pigs. If you put a boy into a boy pig run, you get problems, and you have to really watch it, because they just fight and fight and fight. But with girls, they have a little tussle, or one will shout at another one, and they'll go, and then it settles. So I was expecting a little bit of that with Broccoli, but they were just brutal with her. They were brutal with her, and they wouldn't back off. So we were sort of like watching the situation to see if it would settle, and it wouldn't. So we pulled her out of there, and then we put her into this run. And this run is a much obviously bigger run, and we gave her a little space. We gave her a secure little house for her to live in, but she just wasn't happy. And so I don't know whether or not there was an underlying issue, or whether it was too much of a shock to the system with everything that had gone on. But yeah, so then we had her back into isolation, but into the quarantine run, which is where you saw her, I think was last week. But she just wasn't coming up. She wasn't coming back. She just wasn't. She just started to deteriorate, and then we lost her. And we tried everything, but yeah, so it was it was a bit of a sad episode, really, and one that I feel I feel incredibly guilty about it, because if I had kept her in the isolation, into the horse box, if I'd kept her in there, she would have been okay. But I couldn't keep her in there forever, and I didn't want to keep her in there forever. It's no way to keep an animal. It's fine while they're, you're having to administer medication, all the rest of it, but she'd done all her meds. She was off her meds. She was looking brighter. She was looking good. And then, yeah, I don't know if it was a shock to the system or whatever, but anyway, so yeah, you live and learn, I suppose. And yeah, I was just, absolutely gutted. She was a lovely little pig, and she was a real little character, and I loved her very much. So yeah, I was very sad to lose her. Well, we both were very sad to lose her. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that falls on me, unfortunately, but it does. And unfortunately as well, you can, I think you have to sort of like, when it comes to animals and animal care, I think if you have a situation like that, you've got to, you've got to analyze it so you don't make the same mistake again. And the other thing as well is, you've got to understand, I think, or I have to be a little bit kind to myself, in that everybody makes mistakes. None of us, nobody sets out to hurt anybody, but mistakes happen, and that was a mistake. That was a fatal error. But I don't know what else I would have done. Probably kept her in isolation a bit longer, or maybe created a different space for her. But yeah. So anyway, sorry about that. It's a little bit of a downer, but yeah, we gave it a best shot. We really did. We gave her a very best shot. As for Jack Sparrow, would you like to give everybody an update on Jack Sparrow? Here we go. Can I pass you this for a moment?
Oh, hello everyone. Sorry, I was just washing buckets. Yeah, for those who don't know, Jack Sparrow is a little nestling sparrow who I found one evening in one of the dog areas. And he'd fallen, because the sparrows like to nest like under the guttering of the house, like in the eaves. So yeah, I found him there, but he'd landed on a dog blanket. The dogs hadn't found him, thankfully. He was still alive, so he must have been just born that day, I think, if maybe a day old. But I was in the middle of doing things, so I just wrapped him up, and I put I had like a kettle of water that I'd boiled, and I put him next to it so he could get the heat off of it. And then once everything was finished, I set up an area for him, and he started asking for food. So he was hungry. So started feeding him. At the time, I didn't have anything specifically for birds, so we gave him some like soft cat food, which is like navigating the electric fence again here. It's like an emergency food for him. Yeah, and then next day he was still with us, so we got him some bird formula, which is you mix it kind of into like a paste. And I can't remember what day this was on. It was a few days ago anyway, and he's still with us and he's doing well. I need to go and feed him now, so we can go and see him now if you like. And yeah, we're just taking it day at a time, but he seems very strong. It's just unfortunately that time of year where we find a lot of them. We find another one, tiny one. Sometimes they kick them out of their nests if the birds don't think they're going to do well. And then I found another one today, an older one, which sadly was dead. So yeah, it's that time of year. He was too high. The nests were too high to get him back into the nest, and also because a lot of them nest in there. I don't even know if we'd be able to see the nest, if they'd be accessible, but knowing which nest to put him in as well might be difficult if there are birds of a similar age. So I just sort of decided, yeah, I would look after him, and I didn't actually expect him to still be alive, because when they're that small, they're so fragile. He was cold when I found him. So yeah, that's where we are. We're going up now?
Yeah, fence across.
Okay. Are you taking the bike up, or? Don't worry about the picture. It's better. You can see the comments. Oh, thanks, Myra. Oh, okay. We're got stuck on that, so we're a bit behind now. How are the new volunteers, Diane? We don't have any volunteers at moment. We had Alex last week, who was just here for the week, and he's like a return volunteer. He's more of a friend, really. We've got Hannah coming tomorrow. She's a return volunteer as well. She's just coming for a few days to help us get things ready for the holiday volunteers, and they start on Thursday. So yeah, just Julie and I at the moment. Sandy says people have commitments that are hard to get out of quickly. Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's very windy again. Yeah, that is true, Sandy. Usually just with the way things work at the sanctuary, because people, when they come and volunteer, they kind of come on a open-ended basis. So we don't always know when they're going to leave. Okay. We don't always know when they're going to leave and when we're going to need new volunteers. So for us, it's difficult to plan ahead. And it usually is very much like, we need someone now, right now. And then we might have people say, well, I can't come right now. I can come in July. Is that okay for you? And then we see where we are. But when people say, like, I can come next year, is that any good? We can't really plan that far ahead. Mina says, if I were young and fit, I'd love a job like that. I know, Mina. I know. I think, yeah, I think times are changing. A lot of people would rather try maybe like the influencer job lifestyle, which, you know, you can't blame them because there is a lot of money to be made there. So yeah, I just think times are changing, and to find people who like good, hard, honest work is getting rarer. Betty, thank you so much for your super chat. Hello from Michigan, USA. Thank you, Betty. Maybe people are hesitant about the poo part. I don't think so, Dean. I think when people want to, if people are interested in volunteering at an animal sanctuary, they know there's going to be a lot of poo. I think what can sometimes catch people out is that it is quite a dusty environment and you are like dirty all the time. So I think that can catch people out, especially if they're used to just being clean, which most people like to be clean. But yeah, I think people know that there's lots of poo. Might be a bit isolated for a young person who wants a family, etc. Yeah, Barbara, that's true. If they aren't living in Spain already, it is quite it could be isolating, especially if they don't speak Spanish, very rural area. So yeah, I do understand that as well. Hello, Sam. Have any of the animals moved to the new sanctuary yet? Thank you for your question, Annie. We still are in the process of a lift.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll get back to that in a minute.
Okay, ready?
Ready? Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, I'm fine.
Go.
Okay.
Am I going to have to jump off at some point?
No, I'll put it on a nice low. Oh, sorry, you're right. Hold on, we might start. Hold on.
I don't feel like this.
It's going.
I can't hang on with one hand.
Okay.
I jump off.
No, you're right. Here we go. The hard bit. Okay, now get off.
Oh dear. We did that the other day and I was holding Django. Yeah. Oh, we're going to see Jack Sparrow now.
Okay.
So have any of the animals moved to the new sanctuary?
No, not yet. We are. So I spoke to. Yeah. Sorry. Get my breath back after that bike ride. So I spoke to 2 fencing companies last week to see if we can get them up there, because the idea was that I was going to go up there with a couple of volunteers and get the fence built. We've done the holes, so the holes are all drilled. We just got to literally put the posts in, cement them in, and then set up the fencing, and then we can get the goats up there. But it's just a question of realizing that you've only got so many hours in the day and you've got so many other things that need doing. And you just have to at the end of the day go, well, hold on a minute, we're just going to have to bite the bullet and get somebody up there to build the fence. So obviously we've got the budget for fencing because that was done through our fencing fence, for our fundraiser. So that's been ring fenced. So that's all good. So we're just waiting for that. So I spoke to a fencing company yesterday, the last week. This is what you're dealing with, honestly. It drives you mad. It's like, hello. What's up? Oi. Tim, shut up. Annoying little dog. So anyway, look, you might be cute, mate. All right, you might be cute. All right, but you're still annoying. All right. Anyway,
Spoke to a fencing company.
Yeah, spoke to a fencing company. It's like, I was like, yeah, I need a fence. He's like, what sort of fence? So I said, right, well, I need this particular wire of fencing with these wooden posts. Oh no, I only do metal posts. So I said, okay. I said, well, what if I buy the posts and put them up there? All you've got to do then is go up there and I'll get all the materials and I'll put them up there. No, I don't get materials. I don't supply materials. I said, no. I'll supply the materials. You just go up there and build the fence. Can you do that for me? No, I just supply materials. I was like, but you said you don't supply materials. And he's like, yeah, if you speak to, what did he say?
Speak to Christina.
Speak to Christina. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. Yeah, what's her number? You have to look for her on the internet. And then that was it. And he's like, okay, bye. I'm like, I have to look for Christina on the internet. So that didn't really go very well. That was a really successful fencing company, I can imagine. And then I've spoken to another one, and they don't do construction of fences. They just supply the materials. So, and I can't use the guy I could use the guy that built the perimeter fence up there, but he was bloody expensive, and he's not very good at returning my calls. So I don't know if he probably just doesn't want the job. I don't know. It's a bit weird,
We'll
isn't
try him tomorrow. We'll just ring him.
Yeah.
They don't like dealing on the phone really either.
No, they're a strange old bunch. But yeah, that's where we are. So as soon as that's done, then the goats will be up there. So we've got obviously, as you know, we've got the licenses in place. Everything's all ready to go there. We just need the fencing done up there for actually housing the goats.
Okay.
Then we're done.
We're going to go see Jack Sparrow.
Go see Jack Sparrow. Be careful.
I know. Yeah, the house is a mess. So I'm just gonna do this for a minute. So you can look at. You can't come in here with your boots on.
I'm not coming in here with my boots on.
Okay, I'm gonna need some sort of form of light. And okay, so he's in here at the moment. So we've got his bed. He's got a heating pad, temperature controlled heating pad that's on all the time, and he's in a little container here, which is lined with cloth and then tissue paper for ease of cleaning. And then this little jumper keeps the heat in. Here he is. He's hungry now. I don't know if you can see him. It's hard to. He's so tiny.
Are you going to feed him?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just difficult to see. Are you hungry, my love? Are you hungry, my love? Hold it like that, I think.
Like that? You see him?
Tilt it down a little bit. Let it there. Right. Hello. I think because when the food dries, sometimes his little beak can get a bit stuck. So sorry, baby. How's that? Is that any better? Yeah, there we go. You were so hungry and you couldn't open your little mouth. Wait, you keep getting yourself. There we go. And you swallowed it. Oh! Swallow that bit first. That's it. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of food. Where are you going? You're going to do a poop?
Is he eating more?
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Poop. Wait. This is yeah, I think he's trying to eat one. I'm going to get him out so I can clean him off in a minute.
You have to adjust the camera because I can't see it.
Yeah, you're okay. Is that enough food for now?
He seems to have gone to sleep.
His eyes are starting to open, so I'm just cleaning your beak a bit because I don't want to get stuck again. Oh dear. Do you actually want more, or are you just...
Are we still on camera?
Yeah. No, he's done. He's done for now. So that's every hour. Usually from about 7 till 9. at night. And then, yeah, he doesn't need to eat through the night, thankfully, unlike other babies. So we're just going to go back outside now. Hello, everyone's waiting for their food over here. Let me take my things off. I was 56 when I gave up the office and worked on the land. If I was 40 years younger, I would be applying.
56 when you gave up the office and went and worked on the land. Yeah, but yeah, it's like it's the wisdom of age. That's what it is, I think. Right, let's have a look.
Come on then, let's get out of the way. Boy.
Okay.
We feed these little mom.
Yes, let's go and feed some monsters. So the pigs are going bananas at the moment down there. Gosh. These are bloody dogs. This is the soundtrack to my life. This is just the dogs going absolutely nuts all the time over anything. Right, okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a little catch up. Poor Broccoli, she looked so sad last week. Picking on the weaker one. All right, okay, we'll go back there. Did your best. Thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words. That mean a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jan. That's a nice thing for you to write there. Thank you. Broccoli will be making friends with Ben in the pig run in the sky. Yeah, absolutely. Wrong buyer. Sorry, Annie. What will happen to the other pigs if JR is sold to the wrong buyer? Oh, okay. So, well, that's the issue, isn't it? That's the pressing thing. Is if the yeah. I'm not. Basically, we'll cross that bridge if we get to it. I think we have to remain positive and focused on achieving what it is we need to achieve, as opposed to focusing on what will happen if we don't. Because I think if we focus our energies on what will happen if we don't, then I think we might bring that more into reality. I think that. Yeah, my focus at the moment has to be how are we going to do this? How are we going to do it? What do we need to do? How do we need to achieve? We had a very, it was good news this morning. The fundraiser has hit 10% of what we need. So that's very good. That's 10%. That's great. That's a good start. We've just got 90% left to go and get, and we'll get there. We'll do it. So yeah, that's where the focus of my attention is, because the alternative just isn't. It's like everything. It's like everything with running the bloody sanctuary, and this is what screws you up. This is what really does your brain in. With, I think anybody that runs a sanctuary will say the same. Is that the sanctuary can't fail. It's not allowed to fail, because a failing sanctuary is, it's bad news. It's really bad news. So it can't fail. So the pressure to make it succeed and to keep it going is immense, and you just have to keep going, and you have to find a way. And as much as you would like to, throw your head in your hands and get negative and allow it all to grind you down, you can't allow it. Because it's just not an option. It's not a bloody option. And because it's not an option, it will succeed. It will succeed because it's not a bloody option. We'll find it. We'll get there. And I think as well, you can. I was talking to Rachel about this earlier. It's like you can become desperate, and I think desperation is. That's not a good place to be. I think you make the wrong choices in desperation. And I think it can, it can lead you down the wrong path. So it's not a question of being desperate. It's a question of saying, look, this is the challenge. This is what we've got to achieve. Look on it like, I don't know, look on it like a rugby match, or look on it like a sporting event or a boxing match. You know, you've got an opponent in front of you, and the opponent is big and is strong and he's better than you in all different ways. He's to your mind, he's insurmountable. And but you've got to beat him. You're the challenger. This is the challenge, and you've got to find a way. You've got to find the weakness. You've got to find the angle. I was looking at some different angles today, which might be an option. We've got to box clever. We just got to box clever, and that's what we'll do. And we've got to use what we've got. You know, we've got to draw on our strengths, and of which we have many. And draw on our experience, and keep going. So one foot in front of the other. We're still in the fight. And the king's got one more move. Always. The king's got one more move. Always. We'll find it. So do you know that story? That was a great story of the chess of the painting of Checkmate. It's a preacher it's to do with a painting that's hanging in the Louvre, and it's a painting called Checkmate, and it's the devil laughing, playing chess with a man who's looking in desperation, and a world champion chess player is on tour and visits the Louvre and is staring and mesmerized by this painting. And somebody that works there goes up to him and says, look, you've been standing here for ages looking at this painting. You know, do you want to look at the other stuff? And he's like, no, you got a problem. This painting's called Checkmate. And he said, well, yeah, it's called Checkmate. That's what it is. You know, it's called Checkmate. He said, no. He said, well, you've got to rename the painting. You've got to either rename the painting or you've got to repaint the painting because it's wrong. It's not Checkmate. And he said, well, what do you mean? How do you mean? And he said, because the king's got one more move. And the preacher was saying, thanks, Timo, for that. So the preacher was saying, he was putting it in terms of that, you know, the king's got one more move. And that sort of spoke to me a little bit, really. You know, there's always one more move. There's always one more move. We can find it. We can find it. So, yeah, but the game's not over yet. We're still in the fight. Talking of fights, did anyone see that fight last night? Conor Benn and Eubank Jr.? Quite something that was, if you haven't seen it, if you're not into boxing, but if you are into boxing, it's a great match. Anyway, right, let's have a little look. Anyway, I'm going to catch up now because I've been rabbiting on forever and ever and ever, as usual. I always do. Okay, right, let's have a look. Oh, hold on a minute, I've missed a super chat. Where are we? Mary Freyry. Oh, I'm miles away. I'm so far behind. I'm going to catch up with you guys. When I was much younger and in nursing school, I worked on a farm. I made a deal with a farmer to pay me in veggies and fruit in exchange for dollars. We had fresh veg and fruit for 2 years and I loved it. Wow, that's good. Yeah, that's proper payment, isn't it? That's how it used to be. How is the infirmary project going? I hope everything is good. Love from Wakefield. Thank you, Michiko Smith. Yeah, all going good. We're getting there bit by bit. Vincent says, are you saddle sore now? No, certainly not. Shane, there's no mod. They could post the fund link. Great opportunity during a live. The fund link is, I think you guys probably all know it, I would imagine by now. If you go to, that's terrible, isn't it? Why don't I know it? This is what I mean. You're just like, you're struck. Hold on a minute. I've got one, I think. I think it's on here. If you go to, right, there's this one. Right, there you go. There is a link that you can use, and you can go to that one. We have since changed the fundraiser to GoFundMe because it's a lot easier, especially if you're an American. So if you Google GoFundMe Jacob's Ridge, just Google that, GoFundMe Jacob's Ridge, it will come up with a link, and it should be like number 1 or number 2 on Google on that one, and you'll find the link to that fundraiser, and it says fundraiser set up for Jacob's Ridge by Rachel Wheeler. It says something like that, so have a look for that, but that's the place to donate ideally. If not, if you've got trouble or you need another link, there's this one that's currently on screen. The other great one to support us is with the Patreon. Hold on a minute. Why is that not So right, there you go. Yeah, it's the patron. That's very, very, very useful. That's what's keeping us going a lot at the moment. So thank you very much. For everybody that's a patron, please continue to use your patronage. It is wonderful, keeps us alive. How often are the feeds? Well, Jan, so Rachel's doing the feeds every half an hour at the moment. So she's pretty busy up until 9 o'clock at night, and then starts again at about 7 in the morning. So the little bird goes through till, it's about, 6:30, 7 in the morning. So it's doing really well, actually. I love the feeding of Jack Sparrow. You're doing great, Rachel. She really is. She's doing wonderful, which amazes me. You are amazing, Rachel, how you know how to care for these animals. Dane, seriously, yeah, it blows my brain every time. It's very, very natural. She just knows. And I don't know where she gets that from, that knowledge, or it's just an instinct, I think, within her. She's very, very caring for the animals, really knows what they need, what they don't need. And she's got her finger on the pulse with all of them. And she's very special. Eileen, a syringe would be better. Well, Eileen, the thing is with Rach, she kind of knows what she's doing with it. And I suppose it's what works for you. You know, the best, I mean, what would be really good is if the bird's mum was doing the job. But no, Rachel has used syringes in the past, and this is the method that she prefers. So I think it's probably horses for courses, isn't it? It's what you're comfortable doing. And so if you prefer a syringe, then you probably, that might work for you. That you might be better with that. I'm trying to think. I went through a period many years ago where I had to hand rear baby parrots. I'm trying to think, did I use a syringe? I think I did use a syringe for a baby parrot, but they're a much bigger bird, and you could see what you're doing. Jack is really, really delicate. He's very small, so I know you can get it wrong. Mary says, "Hi, Mary. I would give anything to be able to work on a farm with animals again, especially using my nursing skills. I get a neck injury that ended my career. Totally sucks. Thinking of caring for small animals." Oh, thinking of caring for small animals. Yeah. Well, that'd be a lovely thing to do if you can do that, Mary. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry to hear about your neck injury. That was, to end it. Actually, a dropper, not a syringe. Yeah, dropper. Yeah, it's whatever works for you, isn't it? Positive vibes attract positive things. Yes, Hazel, absolutely. That's where I'm coming from. I think that's where you got to be. And otherwise, the bloody world can grind you down, can't it? And I know we're all up against it. We're all bloody hell, of course we are. But yeah, you got to keep positive, haven't you? You got to keep positive. You got to keep focused, and gratitude. I think it all starts with gratitude. You've got to be grateful for what you've got and what you're doing. And I think I think it all starts with gratitude, really. And you realise just what a bloody lucky person you are. You could be a lot worse, couldn't you? Hello, everyone from Nova Scotia. I haven't caught a live in ages. So happy to be catching up. Hi, Valerie. How you doing, Valerie? Did we let you out of the well? Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. How you doing? Amen, Hazel. I am constantly sending positive vibes in the sanctuary's way. You two are incredible forces of nature to be reckoned with, and we all support you 100%. You'll make it. Yes, we will, Chelsea, 100%. Thank you very much for that comment. Susie B, Julian, you should not have guilt about broccoli. You have a wonderful life and tried to save her from health problems. You can't save them all of the time. No, Susie, you're right, but you can't help it. It's because you make a mistake. That's it. Geez, I know we all make them. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Yeah. It's just, I think, sometimes you just, it's just horrible, isn't it? When you just find yourself sitting there and think, why did I do that? Or why didn't I do that? Or if only I'd done this, or if only I'd done that. You know what it's like. And I think it's because the consequences were so severe and so final. You just feel gutted. You just feel gutted. You just feel like you just feel like a bloody idiot, really. But anyway, let's move on. Hold on a minute. Right. I'm just reading through. Can see Rachel again. Can she take a potato belly rubs? Hold on a minute, Henry. We'll have a look. We'll see what we can find. Rachel, are you doing potato belly rubs? Can you do a quick potato belly rub? If you bring his lead, I can take him for a walk. Right, okay. Yes, Henry, we're going to do a potato belly rub coming your way any minute now. Oh, okay. Chelsea says that she... can I just say how freaking amazing it is that that chick was named Jack Sparrow? That is so perfect. That's all Rachel, that is. Random question. What for you is the most memorable moment in the sanctuary?
Bloody hell.
The most memorable moment. There's been so many over the years. So many. God dear, the most memorable. I think delivering Dakota, the horse, pretty special, pretty bloody special. The baby horses being born here after first rescuing them, that was bloody amazing. Gosh, I think any rescues really. Steve coming onto the thing. Oh my goodness me! Look at this lot. Right, hold on. Let's do belly rubs. Wait there, please. Thank you very much. Right. I don't think we're going to get belly rubs from you, are we? Because you're too excited. Right, hold on a minute. Excuse me. Can you shut up? Bloody noise. Right. Right. I don't know if that's working or not. Oh. Okay.
Okay, calm.
Hello. What do you want? I want to go for a walk.
Good boy.
I think that's about as much belly rubbing as you're going to get, Henry, tonight, because these two want to go on their walk. Look at them. They're beautiful.
Are you sitting on me? Your big butt.
Oh, shush. Oh, potato belly rubs. Thank you. Right, okay, I better take them. Yeah, I'll hand this over to you.
Yeah. You want to take my eyebrows out? Sammy. Come here.
Thank you. Come here.
Fake through something.
What?
I faked through something for Sam, and he was like,
Right, come on then. You might want to catch up a lot more on the comments.
okay, I shall take this moment. What is going on with my fringe? I don't need these sunglasses anymore. Bye then.
Right. Goodbye then. Hold on. Right, take 2 minutes, because I think where are we?
Because you think, where are we?
Where are we? Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking we've got to get the dogs done. Right.
Well, I can chat to them while I walk, and then when you get back, you can finish the stream. If you want, be careful.
Why?
Well, she's wrapped around me. It's not very safe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right, go
okay.
go away on your walk. Go on.
All right then. See you in a minute, guys.
Get rid of him now for a minute.
Get rid of him.
Enough of him. Yeah, I'm going to take eyebrows out, and then we can go over your comments a little bit, catch up with the comments, and then I will allow Julian to have control of the camera again, the phone, and then yeah, and then we can finish something. So Barney at the moment, Barney barking at a cat because he wants food. Can you not be nasty? Goodness me. Poor Timmy there, try to eat his food. I'll just put you here for a moment whilst I get eyebrows. Already? Okay. It's not a very nice boy. So here and leave the cats alone. Okay. Just gonna leave Barney in there because he's not good with potato and serious, so Barney! And just in general, not a very good boy. Did Sammy go to his new home? No, Sam is still with us. Oh, Timo is coming on the swap, apparently. Sam is still with us. Our local volunteers, Lee and Corey, they are interested in taking him, but they are, without giving you the life story, because hang on, I've got to hug a tree now, because I went around the tree. Yeah, without giving you their whole life story, because they might not want that. They can't until later on in the year. Probably we're looking at August, September time. So we are waiting on them being available to test them with their dog. And we will go from there, but it really depends on that. We need to make sure that they get on first, which we think they will, because their dog loves male dogs, especially like big black dogs apparently is her type. So I hear. And Sam generally gets on with dogs unless they're being particularly nasty to him. So yeah, everything should be fine there. So hopefully come August, September time, they're going to be able to take him. And yeah, we know that he will have an amazing life with them. They're very outdoorsy. They have a wonderful piece of land which they're turning in, so he would be able to basically have a very similar sort of life as he has at the moment, but probably even more adventure in there as well. So yeah, we really hope that it works out. Diane says, I wish there was more exposure for your sanctuary to bring in more funds. I think you're so busy maintaining the daily grind, unexpected situations. There is little time for self-promotion. 100% Diane, yes. We're hoping that when Christian is here and settled in, it will free Julian up a little bit to get on with that side of things, because that is actually his passion, is really business ideas, and there's a lot that he wants to be getting on with, such as the donkey book. So yeah, we're hoping that he will be a little bit freer and can start to do that. But obviously with the fundraiser, time is running out. So we are thinking of a plan B, a C, a D, and an E, and everything else. So yeah. Dean says, I guess not, but I don't know what that was. Oh, that was, did Sam go to his new home? Where's that? Where are we? T-shirts. I think this is we're still a bit behind. Still don't understand why the name Eyebrows. No, Jan, why could she be possibly called Eyebrows? Eyebrows! Eyebrows, come here, baby. Eyebrows. Eyebrows, come here. Now, they want to know, why could you be called Eyebrows? Are you going to look at the camera? Why are you called Eyebrows? Does anyone know? No one knows. Okay, shall we carry on? Come on then. How are Timo's back legs doing? Is he still having physio? I don't know where he's gone now. He I think he only came halfway. He has a bit of an injury at the moment because a couple of weeks ago the horses were being very naughty and they went next door onto the land next door, and myself and Julian wasn't here at the time. Volunteer Joanne was here, and we were trying to get them back, and Timo heard the commotion of the other dogs barking and decided to break out of his stay area where he was out of his wheelchair and drag himself halfway across the sanctuary onto the neighbouring land to find us. So he did scuff up one of his toes, and since then we've obviously been bandaging it and stopping any further damage, but he hasn't been using the leg as much since then. but once that's healed, he should be back to using it a bit better, and the other leg as well. We stopped doing we were doing acupressure with him. We stopped doing that because he actually eyebrows is in the water. It's a lovely evening. He stopped. What was I saying? With the acupressure, yeah, we stopped doing that because he started having a lot of sensitivity, to the point where it seemed to be hurting him. So we stopped doing that. We tried some different medications with him to stop the neuropathic pain which he has in his leg, which causes him to chew his leg, but they just didn't do anything at all. So we would like to get him another acupuncture session soon. It's just when we can fit that in. The acupuncture is pretty good for helping to relieve pain and also to get some sensitivity back into the legs, but it is quite short-lived. So that's why we've been doing the acupressure, but I've just been a bit cautious about whether or not to keep doing it just because of his sensitivity being really good. So I think it's problem he's got is he has dislocated patellas as well. So although he can stand on the back legs, I think that does add to them being weak and it being difficult. So yeah, but as long as he's happy, which he is most of the time, and that's all we can ask for, really. Just talking about eyebrows. You do know I'm joking, being sarcastic. Yeah, Stephen, thanks so much for your super chat. Hi, Rachel. Will Timo and some of the other animals be able to exercise in the pool this summer? Thanks, Stephen, for the question. So Timo really actually doesn't like going in the pool, and we're not sure how much good that it does to him. We really want to see the acupuncturist again and see his thoughts really on how we should progress from here. So I don't know if you can see, but the pigs are in their new house over there, getting snuggled for the night. Their eyebrows really wants to go back in the river. Is it possible that Timo will ever regain full use of his legs? Well, Chelsea, I don't want to say never. Never say never. I think we were quite hopeful that he would. I don't think he would ever have full normal function, but I think he could have some function. But they're very weak. Obviously, all the muscles in his front quarters. So yeah, I don't think it would ever be back to normal function, but I think he could have maybe a bit more function than he has at the moment. But yeah, it's just figuring out those next steps, really. Joe, I've dislocated both knees. Worst bloody pain ever. Oh, how did you do both of them? Joe, did you do them both at the same time? And if so, how did you manage that? We had a volunteer here a few years ago now, Charlotte, and her first week here, she was here for a long-term situation for the whole season to help with basically as a volunteer coordinator for the short-term volunteers. In her first week, she was putting out food for the horses. One of the horses stood on her foot and she tried to get away, or she twisted or something, dislocated her knee. And then she actually just popped it back in. She's hardcore like that. But she had a weakness because she'd dislocated her knee before. But yeah, that was really unfortunate. I really feel for her because she couldn't. She still did as much as she could, bless her, but she couldn't do as much as she wanted to, unfortunately. I see the pigs, they look so comfy. Yeah, they're loving it in there, Chelsea. So they're gonna be getting spoiled now, and they're gonna be wanting, like, they'll be after like a a jacuzzi soon or something like that. Dan says, I know from experience, just banging your kneecap is horrendous pain, as it's a protection. Why does it have to hurt so bloody much? Yes. You know, it's like when you bang your funny bone as well. It's like, why do they call it that? Because it's not funny, all right? Sam, where are you? I'm trying to show people and you keep... There we go. Hello. Hi, people were asking about you. What have you been doing? Yeah? Okay, good. Here's one of the tents, waiting for our first volunteers, so yeah, getting sorted. He behaves as if there's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, Annie, he's Timo is very, very resilient. And I think sometimes people, when they see a disabled animal, they immediately pity them, or maybe even, you know, disabled people as well. But he's just so strong, and he doesn't need pity. So yeah, it does make me laugh, but he does seems quite happy. Suzanne, thank you for your super chat. No, Rachel, different times to dislocate your knee. Well, at least you didn't dislocate them at the same time, but still, it's pretty bad. Dislocate an elbow. Ooh, you don't hear that happening much. Do you want to take the camera back here? Okie dokie. Julian will be back soon. Funny bone is in the humerus, but it's not. So you keep saying volley, Jan. I thought you were misspelling like bloody, but is that a phrase? Or are you just typing it wrong? Tim was a survivor. His love of life surpasses pain. Yeah, exactly. Right, why do you keep licking me? I'm trying to do something. Excuse me, Sam. Eyebrows is going to get her dinner now. So that's getting a little bit chilly. Volley is to replace... I can't... it wouldn't let me read it because something's in the way. To replace a rude word. Don't want to offend. I'm lost. Is it the word I was saying? Because I don't think that's offensive. If you want me to... Oh, I don't know. It's covered up again. Jane says, having been through such a horrendous time, Tim was just a joy to watch. Oh, Jane, I'm sorry to hear that you've been through a horrible time. I hope things are getting better for you, and I'm glad that Timo can help. Hi, you're looking a bit playful there, so I'm not going to do too much touching. Thank you for the sneezes. If you want me to say bloody, I'll say bloody. Okay, here he comes.
For what? Okay, where are we up to?
Oh, well, I'm up to speed, so
You're up to speed?
yeah.
What, you're caught up?
Not caught up.
Okay, I'll soon mess that up.
Serious that, yeah.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem.
Barney, come here a second. Barney, come here, please. Come here then. Good boy.
Grumpy Barney. Come on then, guys. Let's go. Got loads of washing up to do now. Okay, come on in. Right, let's get you in. Right, in you go. Who's that? Who's the one in the red? Oh, I've got a theory. Right, okay, he's in. Okay, right.
One in the red.
No, do you know what? My brain is not with it at all. Right, hold on, I'm going to put that there. I've been trying to grow something. There it is. It is working, look. It is. Have faith. You must have faith. So this is a cutting of a mulberry tree, and and
Come on. Tim, come out. Tim, come on. Timo, come on out a minute. So what happened there was Raina, who isn't very cottoned onto yet to the dog. She jumped out onto the floor, and then she got a bit of a scare because Django was there. She didn't expect Django to be there, and then I don't know what happened. Julian banged his head. Are you okay?
No, the cat put its claws in my head.
Oh, the cat clawed your head. Oh, you got a bit of blood there.
Yeah.
Ah, let me have a look. Oh yeah, you've got a puncture wound. A puncture wound on your head. Is that really sore?
Yeah.
You wanna?
Bloody claws in my head.
Yeah, you got another one there. Oh,
Okay. Anyway.
are you okay? I thought you banged your head.
No, have a go. These dogs are bloody mad. Honestly, they're bloody crazy. Anyway, what I was saying was, this is a mulberry tree. So this is a mulberry tree, and it's a cutting. I've got attacked by a cat. And yeah, I think it'll work anyway. I'm keeping the faith. Right, okay, look. Which one was it? Was it you? You literally stuck your claws in my head. Or was it you? One of you. Anyway. Right. Yeah, you take your life in your hands around here. I've got blood in my head now. Right, okay. Hold on a minute.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I can't see there. Okay. Right, okay. Right, sorry, I'm gonna have to go and sort my head out. Yeah, I've got to go and sort my head out.
Okay.
I need to go and clean it or something. I don't know. It's
Okay.
really, really painful. It is. I don't know what it's bloody that it's done. Oh, it bloody stuck its claws right in my head.
Okay, we're gonna leave it here. Jackson Galaxy says offer a fist to cats and horses when they're new rather than upturn pan with fingers. Might work with Timo, not threatening his fingers. Yeah, we do that, Jean. We do this. We do bumps, and then if he wants to be touched, he goes bumps, bumps, and then where is he?
Don't put your fingers.
Where are you? Hi, Tim. Come here a minute. We're gonna show you your trick. Bump, bump. Good boy. Bump. Now we're distracted. Want any more bumps or not? No. Okay. And we don't do bumps. So yeah, that's what we do. Okay, we're gonna leave. Oh, Kenny, thank you for your super chat. If Julian got the part of James Bond, all funding would be solved, including all of the world's political problems. He already has the Glasgow accent.
Aye, it's Bond, Jimmy Bond. Aye, it'd be amazing.
All right, we're gonna sort your head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and sort my head out now.
Thank
yeah.
you very much for joining us.
And thank you for all of your super chat.
Yeah, super chats. I'll add them up quickly. 20,
40,
50,
90,
20,
110,
10,
120,
10,
130,
5,
135,
5,
140, 40,
3.
143.
Amazing.
Thank you very, very
Thanks
much.
so much, everyone.
That's lovely. This all goes towards the.
Oh, you got on the claw on there as well.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
I know. He's absolutely ravaged my head. That bloody cat. I know it's not the cat's fault. He was just running for his life, but he just went on me like I was a springboard. Well, he went on my head.
I thought she went on your shoulders. Didn't they?
No, the shoulders would have been easier. But anyway. Right, okay, guys. So have a lovely weekend. I'm going to go and sort my bloody head out now. God knows what's happened to that. And have a wonderful one. Did you hear the story, by the way, of the woman that banged her head, thought she was in problems and she had a leech up her nose? Search it. It's interesting. Okay. I think my head has maybe gone a bit funny.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm going now.
Yeah, we're going to go now. All right. Thank you, everyone. Sorry to end on a weird note.
That was very weird. Okay.
Have a great week and we'll see you soon.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. What you're doing, you're looking for the outro, aren't you?
Should I play the outro?
Play the outro.
Bye.
Bye.
Show hi.
Show hi.
Yeah, you can't really